real low. Boom. Then move it real slow. It go boom. Then take it real low. Boom. Then take it real low. Boom. Then move it real slow. It go boom. Then take it real low. Boom. Then move it real slow. At this party only, take it lower. Smoking the liquor was free, take it lower. When I bumped into this free, take it lower. He walked up and started grinding on me. He said it go boom, then take it real low. Boom, then move it real slow. It go boom, then take it real low. Boom, then move it real slow. Take it lower.
Look for yourself and bring back yourself.
Yeah. Sniper. Pharaoh. Let go.
Now you say you want to run with my crew. Run with my crew.
Yeah.
Now you say you want to do what I do. And now you run left your crew. Now you say you want to run with my crew. Run with my crew.
Yeah.
Now you say you want to do what I do. And now you run left your crew.
Now you say you're watching my every move. Birthing these rappers, they straight out the womb. Now you say you liking what I do. Yeah. Pop a bottle, I will drink to that too. Bow. Once a homie turned to hater. Now you see me on the screen, they wake up. True. Now I'm making all of this paper. And now your girl talking about they want a favor. They call me Pharaoh. Cause I'm king of my nation, it's part of my nature. I'm a loner cause I stay on vacation. They can't afford it, no. That's when I consider them perps. They rolling up the earth while I become their concern. Tried to run with you, now look how the tables turn. Bridges burn, now they looking like they friends, but some nerve. But that will never give someone something they don't deserve. Won't let you mooch off something I earned.
Now you say you want to run with my crew. Run with my crew. Now you say you want to do what I do. And now you run left your crew. Now you say you want to run with my crew. Run with my crew. Now you say you want to do what I do. And now you run left your crew.
They call me arrogant, but that's because they are average. Watch your respect, boy, better come again. Boss said this, I don't have the time to compliment. Advancing while you're steady trying to comprehend. Making changes, they watching in amazement as I get all this payment from the dream I'm chasing. Follow the path, bringing more on tour than you work for. Better do your math, deal your hands. What cause they didn't earn, they were given. That's why I am in a whole different division. And my vision is simply to take over the game, change from sane lanes to totally insane, deranged brains, capturing vivid images, mind frame. I'll be that frank, and honestly, I'll turn these suckers to a mink from the slums. I emerge to the surface like a submarine, so you better stop to think.
Now you say you want to run with my crew. Run with my crew. Now you say you want to do what I do. And now you run left your crew. Now you say you want to run with my crew. Run with my crew. Now you say you want to do what I do. And now you run left your crew.
Model chicks, I only mess with model chicks. Model chicks, I only mess with model chicks. Hey, I only mess with model chicks. Hey, I only mess with model chicks. 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 I mess with dark skin, light skin, Mexicans and Asians. They overseas, in them if you messing with Caucasians. I only mess with model chicks. 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 Yeah, I bet you wanna get at that. She classy on the camera, but she really up in the bed. 5'5", friend coke bottle, long hair, nice way, she mulatto. I'm like, duh, she a model. Get you feeling groovy like you dudes won the lotto. She posted with the crew, of course we popping bottles. We on the same stuff tomorrow. I only mess with model chicks. 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 I mess with dark skin, light skin, Mexicans and Asians. They overseas, send them if you're messing with Caucasians. I only mess with model chicks. 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 Mexicans and Asians. They overseas, send them if you're messing with Caucasians.
I only mess with model chicks, top notch, classic type. Yeah, I live a savage life, and I pull a baddest type. Model chick, man, you can't miss her like a traffic light. She even let me cut, even if I ain't been acting right. No, she ain't no ratchet type. She like to work and pay bills. She thick in the thighs, booty move when she stay still. Be real, if she ain't a model dog, then what she is? On the real, you just don't know how she make me feel. Leave quick, I don't fall in love with them. I just tell them that I love them, so that same night I can hit her. Delete her out my phone, then that same night I forget her. The next day I'm doing the same thing to her sister. Man, I'm a dog, I know you hear about me. Ask your chick, guarantee she got some weird about me. This dude paid for his girl to get some curls, dog, and I went to her crib and broke the bed and knocked the curls out.
I only mess with model chicks. 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 I mess with dark skin, light skin, Mexicans and Asians. They overseas, send them if you're messing with Caucasians. I only mess with model chicks. 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 I mess with dark skin, light skin, Mexicans and Asians. They overseas, send them if you're messing with Caucasians. Model chicks, I only mess with model chicks. Model chicks, I only mess with model chicks. Hey, I only mess with model chicks. Hey, I only mess with model chicks.
Tristan on the track.
Yo, you are tuned in to the Vibe on Air. Mr. D's the Open Mic King, and I'm solo today. I don't know how for long. Poison Ivy doing something. I don't know what she's doing, but she's doing something. But you got me, of course, the greatest of all time, Mr. D's the Open Mic King. I am in the building. It's the Vibe on Air. We rocking out tonight for show. We're gonna have a great show for you. Got my man Sam Long in the building. We're gonna be talking to him, talking about what he do. Of course, you know we got sports ratchet news. We might do the GOOD news if Poison Ivy get here. Don't know, but it don't matter. But what I'm gonna do is rock some more music for y'all, and then we're gonna hop right into the show. If you want to talk to us, feel free. Of course, 216-526-1555. That's the number on the line. 216-526-1555. And it's going down, man. But I think I'm gonna play some more music for you. We're playing some music by at the beginning of the show by Farrah and my man Tone with his boy T-Dub, Model Chicks. I guess you gotta speak it to existence if you want to really get a model chick. You gotta say it a whole bunch of times on a record. Then you got my homegirl, Lady Meatrice, Take It Lower. But we're gonna drop it to some more music real quick. I just feel like playing a bunch of music today, man. You know, it's all good though. I'm gonna hit you with this Stan Edward Moore Tennessee whiskey, and we gonna roll it like that. This is the Vibe on Air, but of course, you know, I always gotta do something for me, always.
You or someone you love need to be freed. Call Mr. Deeds. With immediate response, 24-hour bail bond service for misdemeanor or felony charges, Mr. Deeds is ready, serving all courts in all counties with affordable bail bond service.
Mr. Deeds is who you need to be free.
spend my nights out in a bar room. Liquor was the only love I've known. Oh. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottle and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Oh, and I'll stay strong on your love all the time. Let me say one more thing. Now, I've looked for love in all the same old places. Yes, I did. Found the bottom of the bottle, always try. Oh, yeah. But when you poured out your heart, no, no, I didn't waste it, no. No, I didn't know. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me out. Lord have mercy. It's Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Oh, and I'll stay strong on your love all the time. Won't you play that guitar for me? Yeah, 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 yeah. Lord have mercy. Play, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tennessee whiskey, sweet as she won't be. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. Yes, you are. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And I stay strong, yeah.
don't know what it feels like to have a dream that seems too big for you to achieve. Hold on to your faith. Take steps, then take leaps, then take flight. There is something inside of you. A voice is calling you. It whispers and sometimes it screams, trying to convince you to do what you came to do. This is the voice of your dreams. Listen to the voice of your dreams, of your dreams, of your dreams. Listen to the voice of your dreams, of your dreams, of your dreams. Everything is gonna be alright. Take steps, take action, then take flight. You have a mission in your life. Everything is gonna be okay. Believe and he will make a way. Living your dreams, it starts today. Listen to the voice in your dreams right now. It's inside of you. Listen to the voice of your dreams right now. Listen to the voice of your dreams right now. It's inside of you. Listen to the voice of your dreams right now. There is something inside of you. A voice is calling you. It whispers and sometimes it screams, trying to convince you to do what you came to do. This is the voice of your dreams. Listen to the voice of your dreams, of your dreams, of your dreams. Listen to the voice of your dreams, of your dreams, of your dreams. Listen to the voice of your dreams, of your dreams, of your dreams. Listen to the voice of your dreams, of your dreams, of your dreams.
Yo, we back on the vibe on air. Mr. D's, the open mic king, the one and only, the big homie. And I'm back in the building, all by my damn self. Poison Ivy, she trying to win some money. It costs a lot to get wigs, so she got to do what she can to keep herself in wigs. But you know, I can stand alone. We in the building. We got my man Sam Long. He's gonna be here. We're gonna talk to him in a little bit. But you know, I gotta do my thing. Since Poison ain't here to do her thing, I gotta do my thing. And it go. Where that? You know what I gotta do? Sounds a little bit like this.
Oh my goodness. If it isn't Little Miss Attitude. She rushing. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. I am not the one, boo-boo. You said what? Hold my baby.
The ratchet no.
The hold my baby part always tripped me out. But it's some ratchet stuff going on today. It's some ratchet stuff. I almost cussed because it was so ratchet. Some of the stuff I got to talk about. I'm trying to access where I put it because it's crazy. Where I don't when you get a new phone, that's also ratchet. When you get a new phone, you know how to work it, but you want the newest phone because you want to be fly. And I don't know how to work this phone. But in ratchet news today, first thing we're gonna talk about that's ratchet as hell. Is KFC releases fried chicken scented bath bombs. Fried chicken scented bath bombs.
What?
Serious.
What?
Fried chicken scented bath bombs. Now, I wonder what audience they targeting. Either you targeting the very obese, because some people will like to swim it up. My body smell like chicken.
Shut up.
Stupid. So yeah, they release a chicken scented bath bombs, man. I don't get it. Man. But let me get more depth on this story. Oh man, love the scent of fried chicken. KFC releases bath bombs that will leave you smelling like the 11 secret herbs and spices. Oh man, come on. Wait a minute. Why is now my phone doing contest stuff? I hate stupid stuff. But yeah, that's all. I ain't gonna read that story. That's just dumb as stuff by itself. I ain't trying to get in the tub. It smell like no freaking chicken, man. And plus KFC make me sleepy every time I eat it. That and Popeyes. They putting drugs in the food, man. They putting drugs in the food. But I digress. Moving on to the next ratchet ass story. And my source comes from Reddit. So, you know, it's all good. But man pulls a gun out in Ohio somewhere at the failing to get a McMuffin. Can't make this stuff up, people. Dude get pissed because he went to the drive-thru in Warren, Ohio. And police say that they were looking for a man who pulled out a gun after being told by a McDonald's drive-thru worker there were no more Egg McMuffin sandwiches available. Police say the incident occurred shortly after 3:30 a.m. Wednesday at McDonald's in Warren, about 60 miles southeast of Cleveland. And they had the nerve to have a description of what a McMuffin is. The worker told police that two men inside the car appeared to be around 20 years old. She said the driver called her a vulgar name after pulling out the gun and then cursed at her again before driving away. Warren police hope to identify the men using surveillance footage. This is like the fast food ratchet news today because it's like stupid stuff. Like, I don't get it. How you mad about some a damn McMuffin? What's other reason to pull out guns? To hunt. Baby mama new boyfriend want to start talking crazy. Stuff like that. You do stuff like that with guns. You don't do that at McDonald's. Next story, because there's a lot of ratchet news today. Student charged with bragging about putting her roommate's toothbrush where the sun don't shine. Interesting. Former student at the University of Hartford has been charged with criminal mischief and breach of peace after bragging online about contaminating her roommate's belongings with bodily fluids, including rubbing dirty tampons on her backpack and putting her toothbrush places where the sun don't shine. 18-year-old Brianna Broco, however you pronounce that, it's some white people name, appeared in court Wednesday. A judge banned her from the campus in central Connecticut and ordered her to not have any contact with her former dormitory roommate, Chanel Rowe, pending the conclusion of the case. Authorities told Courant that Brocho, who is white and also faces a hate crime charge stemming from the alleged action. I knew she did to a black woman. Yeah, the other girl black. When you see the name Rowe, you know it's black. Last month, Broku allegedly wrote on Instagram that she finally got rid of her roommate, whom she referred to as Jamaican Barbie. Wow. Crackers tripping. That's crazy. That's crazy. I want to know, what would you do in that situation? If this little white girl trying to do all this stuff to get rid of you, and she put her toothbrush in places where the sun don't shine. You know where she put it at, right? You know where she put it at. Her ass. She probably shoved it up her ass. A lot. She probably was. I can't even say it. But that's crazy. I got some more racist stuff, though, in the ratchet news, because it's a lot of ratchet news today. I just don't get it. Firefighter, and these are firefighters, were fired for placing noose over a photo of a black colleague drawing penises on the picture of his wife. Yes. Stupid. Trump just got a chain of events going. 6 Miami firefighters have been fired after someone hung a noose over a black colleague's family photo, and drew lewd images on a picture of his wife. The terminations handed down Wednesday follow a police investigation into the September 9th incident. A police investigation into, I read that. More than 20 people were interviewed under oath, and nearly a dozen firefighters were investigated, including 5 who remained employed by the department and under scrutiny. And among those fired were William W. Bryson, the son of the former chief William Shorty Bryson. You know it's down south when the chief of fire department got a nickname, and they say his nickname publicly on record. I'm just saying. In the statement, Miami City Manager Daniel Alfonso said investigators uncovered sexually explicit and racially offensive conduct by the city's employees. He said personnel assigned to the station were transferred after the incident were reported, and 11 firefighters were relieved of duty with pay ahead of Wednesday's firing. We cannot and will not tolerate behavior that is disrespectful, hurtful, and compromises the integrity of the department and the city of Miami. Wow. These are dudes who's supposed to, they risk their lives for firing. Racism is racism. It's going to be whatever you do. You can't hold them to a higher standard just because, they're willing to run into a building and catch fire. If you hate a black man, you hate a black man. But that's ignorant. Shorty need to do something about that. I need to holler at Shorty over there, the chief, whoever he is, Shorty. That's down south where you could. Or, hey, Shorty, what's going on, Shorty? Because they don't not say short right. They say shout. So it's messed up. But that's the ratchet news. But I am going to do a brief stint of sports today. So
he could go all the way. 95 yards, 38.
And now, sports.
Sam, could you tell that was my voice at the end? Would say, no, sports. Okay, I ain't know. I was trying to sound like different. Okay. With the echo. Yeah, the echo made it sound dope, though. We're going to talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes in that very close win against Penn State. Now, I think at the time Penn State was ranked 2? And you can put your headset on and turn, your mic is on. I turn your mic on and everything. So, it's good to have a man in here because, Poison don't know nothing about sports. And the mic right there, you got to talk into that thing. But they was ranked number 2 at the time. Then they lost. Now they ranked down to 7. How did that happen? They jumped so far back. But that means other teams won. But Ohio State's winning versus Penn State, how that worked. Ohio State beat Penn State 39-38, and that game was crazy. Penn State was up like 20, 30-something points in the first half. It was crazy. They beat them at home in a massive flag-planting win in the fourth quarter. Quarterback J.T. Barrett gave us a master class in operating at tempo with a comeback on the line. And, he had like 468 yards rushing. Yeah, not even passing. He showed out. That was crazy. His final completion won the game, and it's just a dastardly play call by Urban Meyer. Here's why. Don't look at the actual pass here, although it is mighty pretty. Watch the backfield. This is the evolution of play action, and how they spread the offense at the roll and then rolled it all into one. It was a symphony.
What I liked about it? I just like that. The comeback. Everything that could have went against us went against us.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was sitting there looking at that game and it was like, they made it interesting in the first half, but at first it looked like we was gonna get stomped out. But wow. I ain't seen football like that since the last time the Browns lost.
That was a thriller.
Yeah,
that was a real thriller. It had a lot of highs and lows.
It had a lot of highs and lows, but J.T. Barrett, he showed out.
I like JT.
Yeah, JT was dope.
He been there forever.
Yeah, because he might not go pro. He might not make it pro. He got to be there forever.
Right.
He a career college student now.
Yeah.
But that game was dope. I mean, if you're an Ohio State Buckeye fan, and I heard a lot of Buckeye fans, you know, I was walking around with a Buckeye shirt 2 days before that game, and everybody's talking about Penn State this, Penn State that. I just kept saying, okay.
Well,
okay.
You know, the Big Ten has risen this year.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of good teams. Michigan is good. Penn State is good.
Don't ever mention Michigan in my
Ever. But you know, we got to give it to them. I just like our conference is strong. Because everybody always talk about the SEC, but they don't ever say nothing about the Big Ten. They always say we slow. We don't have a lot of athletes, things of that nature. So I like for our conference to be strong.
And the thing is, the Big Ten has a lot of Heisman Trophy winners.
Yeah.
Just think about that. I'm talking all this craziness, but y'all not really trying to reach for the truth.
Who was our last Heisman Trophy winner in the Big Ten?
When did Troy Smith?
Troy Smith won the Heisman?
From Glenville? You ain't know that?
What year did he win the Heisman?
What year did he come out?
I think that was like
that wasn't that long ago. No, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't 06.
It wasn't 06?
Nah, it was like this few years ago.
That had to be like 2012 then.
Maybe. But it wasn't in 06. It was in the double digit era. But yeah, so let's talk about Cavs.
Okay.
The way we playing now, and the way I've heard people saying that, you know, LeBron might not stay another year.
You think he gonna go?
They saying, I mean, it's the level of play is not up to par. They saying, but I mean, this is a team that he handpicked pretty much. Yeah. Of course, he wanted Dwayne Wade, of course, but Dwayne Wade is not the old Dwayne Wade that he used to be.
No, what happened to D Wade?
D Wade was a monster, but D Wade got old quick.
It's like our supporting cast. We don't have no help. JR not shooting the ball like he used to. I don't know if it's psychological. His mental state is okay. He been coming off the bench. Now he's starting. We ain't playing no defense. I seen LeBron James. I mean, he scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, but too many turnovers. Just not paying attention. Like, they just taking his dribble. And I was mad.
And the thing is, too, like I said, you know, they will get a big lead and they'll do, you know, make it real exciting for the first half. And then next thing you know, we trying to catch up again.
Yeah, it's just like, what's up with our supporting cast? LeBron gonna be LeBron. He gonna be a walking triple double every night.
But the thing is, it's like we got Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is trying to play, but he's not playing to his level. You know, he's still injury prone, so we got to worry about that. We still haven't seen any real action out of Isaiah yet.
Nah.
You know, he's still got to work on that hip situation.
I like Isaiah.
Isaiah would be a plus if he can play. Yeah. The thing is, we got to get him on the floor. Who do we have? What's the Jay Crowder though? Jay Crowder's a dog. I got to give him that.
But he's not
dog.
playing up to expectations. It's like he left his game in Boston. Like, man, come on. Like, I need you to shoot the three and play D.
I mean, we got to say that, you know, it's still gonna be some growing pains. You know, it's gonna be some growing pains, but I mean,
we're gonna need some time.
We need some. They need to drink the antidote real quick.
How do you feel about Kyle Korver? Because I'm not a Kyle Korver fan.
Kyle Korver has his place, but he, you know, he a dime a dozen.
Dime a dozen.
He a dime a dozen. He have his place. He has his moments, but you know, like I said, dime a dozen.
Yeah, I just don't like our lineup, man. We got too many penetrators and not enough people who can spread the floor and shoot the three. And we not playing defense. You got Indiana looking like they Golden State yesterday, man.
Yeah, but you know, what game was I watching? I was watching who was playing Dallas.
Dallas was playing OKC.
Because Dallas looked terrible. No, they wasn't OKC. But Dallas looked terrible. Dallas looks like they look sloppy.
Yeah, Dirk Nowitzki. He been in the
Dirk
league
old as hell, but
almost 20 years.
The team that I'm looking at is gonna be. I think Minnesota's gonna be dope.
You like Minnesota?
I like Minnesota, and Delhi doing this thing over there. Minnesota's gonna be all right.
I thought Delhi played for Milwaukee.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Milwaukee.
The Bucks, yeah.
The Bucks. I got the wrong M team.
Yeah, because
so
the Greek Freak.
Jameson.
The Greek Freak. I like the Greek Freak over there. He's nasty. 6'10", can penetrate. He just don't got no jumper.
And in the West, you know, the Lakers, I'm still not feeling Lonzo Ball. Yeah, I'm still not feeling him. His hair getting bigger than his game. It just, he just need to stop letting his daddy hype his ass up.
I like that. I trust Magic Johnson. I believe he's a winner. I believe he's gonna get a star to come over there and watch.
Yeah, but not in my lifetime. Magic Johnson is a basketball player. He's a smart man. He's a businessman.
Mogul.
But he's definitely a mogul. Yeah. But I don't know.
I like OKC.
He got a lot of good young players though. He got a lot of good young players. I forget the one dude. He slashes through on the floor. I forget his name. I can't remember his name. Begin with a K, I think.
What is their name over there? Is he the power forward or the small forward?
I think he's small forward.
That's the one guy, man, that played in the summer league that they drafted. This is his second year.
But OKC always looking good.
OKC got my man Paul George, and I love Melo.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony's. I wish we could have got them too. I was so upset when the Cavs could have had that.
Yeah, we could have had Melo the God, as that's my dude say in New York.
And Paul George, I love Paul George.
Paul George would have been dope too, but it is what it is. They loaded up OKC. They tried to load up again over there at Golden State with,
Swaggy P. They added Swaggy P to that roster.
So, and then I'm still looking at I'm waiting for the Clippers to do something.
Clippers, their time has passed. There's no way they can't even beat They won't beat San Antonio, OKC, or Golden State.
I just got hope in the half white hope, man. I'm still waiting for Blake Griffin to shine, man. I'm just waiting for Blake Griffin to shine.
He was dope in college, man. When he played in Oklahoma, it was good, but I expect him to dominate, man. Dudes, you 6'10" with dribbles, dunking on people. Why you not playing? Why you not taking over possessions? I don't understand it.
I don't know. He want to be a role player more than anything. He need to just beast up.
You got a superstar you got a max contract.
Yeah, you need to do something, man.
You like Russell, man. That's why Russell is my next favorite player besides LeBron.
Yeah.
Russell's a dog.
Yeah. Man, but that's sports. And that's that. But I'm about to play some music. We gonna come back, talk to Sam, and he gonna talk about the poetry and the colorful jackets that he be wearing. Cause they be colorful. Colorful. But I'm gonna jump into some music while we doing that. You know how I do. I'm gonna play a little of this Chandra Ray and some Wildlife Sounds, Talking Walls, one of my favorite songs. But this is the Vibe on Air with the one and only, the big homie, Mr. D's, the open mic king. Poison Ivy, she better win some money because she ain't here. She better get here. Kick her ass. The Vibe on Air. And I ain't playing. Oh, by the way, listen to this.
You or someone you love need to be free. Call Mr. Deeds. With immediate response, 24-hour bail bond service for misdemeanor or felony charges, Mr. Deeds is ready. Serving all courts in all counties with affordable bail bond service.
Mr. Deeds is who you need to be free.
You or someone you love.
Yo, all you hateful, hypocrite leeches try and hang with us. Make sure you know we dangerous. We're much more than street smart. We'll expose a weak heart. So it goes.
These walls get talking, they never tell a lie.
Stories of the warriors inside.
These walls get talking, they never tell a lie.
What is dark must come into light.
These walls get talking, they never tell a lie.
Brute force done a bad mind.
These walls get talking, they never tell a lie.
Never tell a lie.
These walls get talking, they won't leave you alone.
I'm bad to the bone. I hold my own tightly, righty up on the chrome. Not get, but battle axe followed by boomerangs thrown with technical precision, hitting right beneath the dome. I just let them go. They decapitate, then come home. Beef up security, hire more firepower, yo. When I get you as if you stood all alone. Cause Mr. Hunt, seek and find and kill, murdering long range from top of the hill. When the blowgun spits, poison tips rain down. Off-duty samurais move with wildlife sounds. Yeah.
These walls get talking, they never tell a lie.
Stories of the warriors inside.
These walls get talking, they never tell a lie.
What is dark must come into light.
These walls get talking, they never tell a lie.
Brute force done a bad mind.
These walls get talking, they never tell a
like mama knows. Firstborn child, get wild and get ground. To food for coyote somewhere in Arizona. My queen, mean Colombian devil's breath. Scopolamine dreams make you lean into death. Go try to breathe, I begin to squeeze even tighter. Drop your code, walk away, drop and spray some cover fire.
We burn, bad mind, backbiting, hypocrite parasites. Thunder rolling from out the sky, but not until the lightning strike. If these walls get talking, you know they never tell a lie. Stories of the warriors inside. If these walls get talking, you know they never tell a lie. What is dark must come into light. If these walls get talking, you know they never tell a lie. Brute force done a bad mind. If these walls get talking, you know they never tell a lie. Never tell a lie. If these walls get talking, you know they won't leave you alone.
Prepare to be terrorized and shown while your paid muscle lay crumpled, entire face blown off. I'm the boss and I change your chromosomes from a little girl trapped in a grown man's body. Take off that dress, let's end this little tea party. I know you feeling scared cause it ain't fair. How? With 6 million ways to die, you chose now.
Mind what you are do, watch what you are say. Pre every caution sign along the way. Remind yourself each and every day. Remember me tell you, me say that me tell you be warned. These walls get talking, but they never tell a lie. Stories of the warriors inside. These walls get talking, but they never tell a lie. What is dark must come into light. These walls get talking, but they never tell a lie. Brute force done a bad mind. These walls get talking.
You should have thought about what you said to me. You promised me you would never leave. How do you feel now that the joke's on me? Pity. Don't say you're sorry, 'cause I won't believe you. You're sorry, don't matter, 'cause you broke my heart into two. Good for you and her. Throw all this caution to the wind, 'cause I know that in the end that I'm better without you. Better without you. 'Cause my heart won't allow no more broken promises. Better without you. Could it be I wasn't good enough for you? Although I sacrificed and gave everything to prove to you, but it didn't mean a thing. Couldn't even get a ring. Silly me. It took a while to figure out that it wouldn't be the same. I should have noticed when you called me by your name, but it's cool. Good for you and her. Throw this caution to the wind, 'cause I know that in the end that I'm better without you. Better without you. Better without my heart won't allow it. 'Cause my heart won't allow no more broken promises. Better without you. Better, yeah.
Yo, you speaking to a god right now, son. It's the vibe on here. Mr. D's the open mic king. And I'm doing this on my own today. That's how I do it. It gets down like that. And we here in the studio right now. I heard some music from Wildlife Sounds, Talking Walls, Chandra Ray, Better. She was talking about me. I'm better. And in the building, son. In the building. He all up in the building. We got the homie. Poetic dude. Motivational type person and stuff. He got like one of them attitudes that make you like want to do stuff better. Make you want to be better. But Sam Long. You got a bow tie on, so you know that means he has money. Is it long money? Is it long money?
I mean, I'm trying to get, that long money, What 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying.
I just wanted to play that song. So got you here, you chilling and everything. We been chopping up, you help me do the, some the sports. I appreciate that because
Ain't nothing to it.
I had to freestyle today. But you need to tell us about you. Tell us your humble beginnings to your meteoric rise to the heights that only birds have seen.
Well, I'm a motivational speaker. I am an aspiring playwright, and I just like to tell my testimony through my experiences through life. I had wrote a play called Thoughts of Eternal Conflict. Okay. July 22nd, I did a showing for my birthday. And basically, I did 6 years in prison, and I came home and I was about to get married. Well, not a woman I was dating wanted to marry me.
Okay.
But I was having thoughts of eternal conflict. So I just had to write everything I was going through. So I just basically started journaling my whole experience while I was incarcerated. How did I learn from my experience? What did I learn from it? How did I move forward? And basically, I just put it all in my play and all in my poetry, Basically, everything I talk about is just to elevate people's mind and cultivate their heart.
Now, over however long I've been doing this thing, I've had a lot of people come in, very talented people, and a lot of them have the same story where, they did time, but then they come out, and they go into using their talents. I can name some, Mike Berry had a great testimony. I had Brandon Gray is very, very great artist, and is it the struggle that you had in there that motivated you to want to just get in touch with your artistic side more?
Well, the experience for me, I'm glad it just taught me a lesson. I mean, just everything about it. It wasn't nothing fun about it, but I just used that experience to channel it and just do something positive with it and just use it. Like my poetry is just like therapy.
Okay.
It's like when you get in order to reach your highest height, you got to reach your lowest lows. So while I was in there, I was just cultivating my mind and getting myself ready because I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to be about it. Be about change.
And now, you said you're a playwright and everything. You've done a couple.
Aspiring playwright. Yes.
Aspiring. Okay.
Yes.
I'm a very tenured actor.
But, put me in, coach.
If you ever need a guy,
to play a part,
I can play anything.
That's right.
I'm a chameleon.
Right.
So if you
put that plug in there.
Yeah. Well, what made you want to just hop into the foray of just trying to, write some plays?
Well, I just had to tell my testimony. I just basically I wanted to introduce myself to the world. So I basically told the story, what led me to incarceration. SVO 4000 went to prison. That was my street name. I used to call myself in 2000.
What was it?
SVL 4000.
SVL.
Yeah, so the story behind SVL 4000 was basically this. You remember Andre 3000? He was hot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if he 3,000, I'm 4,000 because I'm hotter than Andre. So I'm 18 at the time, so everybody just started calling me 4 Stacks. SVL 4000.
Oh man, I had to hit this button real quick.
Oh. Right. It didn't it again. That's funny. Hit it again.
Oh. Post stack.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But that was
so SVO 4000 went to prison.
Right.
Sam Long came home.
Okay.
And so I had to basically journal, just had to let people know and document my steps.
Right.
And how I came, how I went in, and when I came out. And so basically, I just wrote about it.
Okay.
I just wrote about it. So SVO 4000 is my lower self. Sam Long is my higher self, the good and the bad.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
I see you. I see you. And I mean, you know, just talking to you, man, I feel like I just want to just, pick up a torch and run down the street and just tell people to do better.
Cultivate your mind.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right.
Damn, Daniel.
So it's just
that
like
didn't really go in that.
What was that sound?
Damn, Daniel.
That didn't really go in that. I thought I was saying something like something. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta slap yourself. If it worked. See, my sound effects ain't doing right today. You got to motivate them too. So can we ask what brought you into that situation of being incarcerated?
Man, look, I mean, poor judgment. That's number one. But the reason why I went to prison was because of robbery. So I did 6 years, 1 month. And so in my poem, Thoughts of Eternal Conflict, I basically explain why I went to prison. Okay. So basically, I just say poor judgment, hanging with the wrong people, lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom. I mean, it's the American story of most people who want to do something but don't know how to be led. They are not guided, and they make poor decisions.
So when you went in, and with SVL 4000, 4 stacks,
right,
and you came out Sam Long. What brought about the exodus? I mean, you kind of went in like Malcolm X went in as Malcolm Little, and he came out as Elijah Muhammad.
Right. So basically, for me, my journey, man, I seen some guys who ain't never coming home.
Okay.
I seen guys that's doing 15, 20 years for just selling a couple of drugs, just the census disparity, just that loneliness, being in prison. Nothing fun about prison, nothing excited about being about prison. So I just use that time to basically get myself together and say, you know what? One time, listen, I ain't got to keep putting my hand to the stove to get burned to learn my lesson. I can tell you that right now. So, but just that experience, I was just like, man, I just want to do better. I was 20 years old when I went to prison. I'm 30 now. So when you're 30, you don't think the same as when you're 20 years old. So, I just cultivated my mind, and I just kind of grew and say, man, you know what? I got people that love me, who want to see me do good. This is not my right now is not my ending.
I like that. So, because this is a question I've been wanting to ask too, and I'm not going to keep focusing on the jail thing, but I tell a lot of people, man, I know dudes have done time and fed joints that come out and have more business acumen than some dudes who went to business school.
Right.
What is the driving force in there that makes people? I mean, I know it's because you live in a hard life in there, and you live in a hard life in it, but I think it's something that accelerates the hustle in people.
Well, for
in the
me,
joint.
my experience is, man, my liberty. I took my liberty for granted.
Okay.
So I miss my liberty. When somebody take your liberty, it's like you basically be put in slavery. Another man, for me, I just couldn't stand another man telling me when to go to sleep.
Right.
10-minute moves, 6:30 moves, 7:30 moves, recall, being in endurance by that right there just aggravated me, and it just lit a fire and say, man, when I come home, I'm taking over. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a plan down, and then just the evolution of life. Okay. And my mother used to be on the phone. I used to tell my mother, like, hey, Ma, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. She's like, boy, get your ass out here and get a job. Boy, I don't want to hear none of that prison talk.
You talking crazy,
Right. You better get a job. That's what you better do. But I'm like, Ma, I'm going to write a play about my story. I'm going to write a book. But she didn't understand where I was coming from. And I just wanted to show and tell. So just it's a humbling experience. It's a really, really humbling experience.
You ever rub it in your mother's face after you blew it?
Nah.
I would. Like you told me to get a job.
I mean, sometimes
I ain't got to get no job. I am the job.
Sometimes I'll be like, I was just supposed to be working at McDonald's, remember?
Wow.
But she laughed at me. But you know.
Yeah, I think I told you this earlier. I was trying to find your profile on Facebook, and I kept putting in Samuel Long, and I came up with Samuel Long, and I was like, I don't think he worked at Save a Lot.
Right. Although when I first came home, I worked at Corbo's over there in Mayfield.
Okay.
I worked as a dishwasher. It was just stepping stones.
Yeah, you gotta move somewhere. But all I know is that whoever Samuel Long is that work at Save a Lot, I tagged you a bunch of times on Facebook.
I know he like, man, vibe on air.
Hey man, I ain't even know I was gonna be on the show.
Right.
Now, what's the story behind the jacket, man?
I love the jacket. Mr. Hours, shout out to Mr. Hours, man. I got the jacket for Mr. Hours downtown Prospect, you know.
That jacket is flashy, man.
Yeah, it kind of, when I seen it, you know what? I met Fantasia, and she said I look good and handsome in that jacket, so it just took me to another level.
Don't be talking about my baby mama.
Man, ain't she beautiful? I met her in person, man. She's soft spoken. She smelled really good, and she like thick as a cornbread, man. And she can sing. Like, she was the nicest person I met this far, by far, man.
If I see Fantasia, I'm gonna walk up to her and be like,
"Hi,"
but not in that voice. Not in that voice, though. I'm gonna have a man voice.
Man, she beautiful, man. She just Southern.
Any woman that can sing like that, she can have my whole check.
The whole check?
The whole check.
Man.
Flat out.
Just like that.
Flat out. That explosion was very loud all of a sudden. That was the loudest explosion ever been. I don't know why that was. But yeah, I would she may want to marry you. But so you got into poetry when you got out. And do you do like slams? Are you a slam poet or okay? Before I go any further, I have descriptions of different poets. I dealt with a lot of poets, and poets have their own way they do things.
Right.
Are you one of the poets that are real mellow, who tone everything down, and they got to talk like this?
Nah.
My words are a lighter that keeps the blunt lit. Do you feel me? Or are you yeah, man, I walk down the street. I don't need no mic. I got my own. Are you one of them?
I'm almost like, sometimes I don't need no mic.
Okay.
So I'm but I'm a little lower than that.
Okay.
But sometimes I just try to let my voice resonate.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm a lion.
Okay.
So everybody got to hear my voice in the jungle.
So Samuel Long, Simba now.
I mean.
Was Simba the good one?
You know, in my poem, I always say I'm Sam Long, I'm king of my world, I'm master of my destiny, and it is a new lion on the rise. I say it's a Leo on the rise, so. I'm born July 22nd, so I am a Leo.
Yeah,
so.
you're actually a Leo.
Yeah.
So I think that's Leo season.
And that is my favorite animal, the lion.
What's some of the notable stuff that you've done so far?
Thoughts of Eternal Conflict, The Inner Me. I think a lot of people really like The Inner Me, but a lot of people like to hear the story of me being incarcerated. So when I do Thoughts of Eternal Conflict, I give them perspective of what I was going through when I was in prison, like being sentenced downtown. So I just tell that story, how my parents felt, how my sister felt, how she was crying in court. And then I just, that it's like when it rains, and then has to be some sunshine. Then I just tell about the sunshine.
So you pretty much made yourself an open book when you wrote the story, and
it's a testimony.
Went straight naked with it.
Yeah, it's a testimony. You have to be transparent because it's like my story is my testimony, it's my therapy.
Okay.
And I like to help other people who might be going through something else. I get phone calls from women from my church, from people. They say, hey, can you talk to my cousin, my brother? He's been going through this. He's been going through that. Can you give him any type of advice to make it through? My son's just caught a case. He about to do 5 years. I mean, what can he do to get his life back on the right track? Because it's just like I want to be a staple for my people. Like, hey, just because you go to prison doesn't mean you have to come back and be a reflection of prison.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because there's a lot of people, people made mistakes in life, and, you can always recover from it. It's just about what you do after the mistake. Did you learn from it, or are you going to keep trying to make the same mistake over and over?
Exactly.
I mean, like, we talked earlier, I'm a bail bondsman by profession, and I deal with a lot of people. I'm not really a person that's gonna judge you. I'm here to make money and get you out, but I'm not gonna sit over here and judge you. People try to always tell me their story, and I'll listen to it, but it's like it's not for me to judge you. That's the judge's job. You just need to do what you need to do with me, and then that's it.
What I like about me going to prison, my mother said, "You know what, son, I love you, but you got to do your time."
I've never heard that whole statement together.
What
I like about me going to prison.
You know what? Because I'm being real.
You are being real, but it's just I've never heard that.
She said, my mother said something profound to me. She said, "I love you, son, but you got to go do your time." See, a lot of people want to go out here, rah, live this type of gun-ho lifestyle or do whatever they was doing and don't want to be a man.
Right.
Accept responsibility. See, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna take responsibility for my actions and my decisions, good, bad, or indifferent. And it taught me a lesson that you can't do things and not expect the repercussions from whatever you're doing.
And you stood 10 toes down,
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You people are not. A lot of men are not raised to be men anymore.
No, they're not.
They don't want to own up to their responsibility. They'd rather dodge and run from it.
Absolutely.
But all it's going to do is it's still going to be there.
Exactly.
It's not going anywhere.
So man up. So I'm like, man up. First of all, you have to take responsibility. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. And not just for prison, but every day I wake up, I say it's a new day. I got to be responsible for the things I got to be responsible for. And not duck anything.
And I like, that you saying that because, like I said, my profession, I'm a bail bondsman. I get people that run from court all the time.
Yeah.
And then all they doing is just making the situation more complicated because now you got people looking for you and you still going to go if you're going to go. So what's the point of running?
Where your mind at? Like I say, where your mind is not cultivated. Like I ain't running from nobody.
Right.
You got to.
I'm too heavy to run.
I ain't running. Like
I got bad knees. You might as well just hit me.
Nah, I'm not running nowhere, man. And it's all about owning up to your responsibilities. People don't want to be responsible for the things they do.
Wow. I'm liking this conversation, man. We here talking to Sam Long or SVL 4000 in the building. SVL 4 stacks. 4 stacks.
4 stacks.
4 stacks. I'm about to make that a catchphrase for now. Hashtag 4 stacks. Anybody who hashtag it, that's gonna trend today. 4 stacks. SVL 4 stacks. 4 stacks.
If you look up my before I went to prison, myspace.com/SVL 4000. I always tell people.
Can you still look up MySpace?
Yeah, you can. www.myspace.com/SVO 4000. I show people the old me where I was at before I got incarcerated.
I'm trying to still think if I can find my own MySpace.
That's what everybody say too. Like
I had a MySpace page and Black Planet. Remember Black Planet?
Black Planet. MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace was another one.
Black People Meet.
Black People Meet. Adult Friend Finder, what?
Oh, man.
Nah, that's enough. We're going to take a quick break real quick. We kicking it here with Sam Long. And it's the Vibe on Air, man. Mr. D's Open Mike King in the building. Sam Long. We're going to have SVL going, SVL 4 stacks are going to drop some bombs on y'all in a minute, man. So, and we're going to talk about some events he got going on as well. And we're going to, just keep talking vibing. That's what we do. Vibe on Air. Duh. I mean, really? Y'all didn't know? How long y'all been watching this show, man? I mean, for real, son. I was trying to find the duh sound, but I couldn't find it. So never mind. We'll be back in a minute. I think I'm gonna play some music from Anu Amani, straight from London. Favorite on my show, Donnelly with the big shit. Sam Long, y'all.
You told me that you want a taste. Take a ride around my brain on a big jet. Wanna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. Wanna take you on a trip. You can ride the brainwaves. You're my co-pilot. I'm the captain, babe. Take a peek through my hair crack, rose tinted shades. I glide through life on faith. Labeled them in my baby brain. Inside I'm all over the place. A smile you can't escape. You said you wanna take. Curious about what makes me me. Away with the ferry. Hardship in the homie. Vibrations don't come. pay bills in peace. Perspective spurs my sanity. Take deep breaths for the clarity. At the time thinking about your hands on me. Big jet killer with a smile you can't escape. You told me that you want a taste. Take a ride around my brain on a big jet plane.
I'ma take you on a trip, tucked in a cloud of a rip. Drunk of the taste of your lips, nose diving, you're smiling, you taking a piss. My sides on me once and my mouth's talking shit. The way it feels when your hands on my hips. The way I'm weak, I can't help but submit. Overdue, it's for you, come we're taking a trip.
Take it, pass it right, taking flight. Take it, pass it right, taking flight. I'ma take you on a trip, tucked in a cloud of a rip. Drunk of the taste of your lips. Down beside in my mind, take a dip. Yeah, I'ma take you on a trip, tucked in a cloud of a rip. Drunk of the taste of your lips. Drunk of the taste of your lips. Let me take a sip of that. Big gulps when I'm trying to drown shit out. We smoke when I need to kick back. Relax with the back strap. I want to live in your life. Guide you around my mind map. Welcome to my world, lost girl. Trying to find a way back. Out of space, she's out of place. Her watch is always set to leave. Dream through the night, dream through the day. Manifest reality. Blue skies, clear seas, angeliques, more trees, yeah. You and I, we all trees, yeah. Crimson eyes and smoke rings, yeah. Pick your brain and scream your name. Perfect balance, harmony. Just rock my chaos, bring me peace. Take a ride, just you and me. Take you far away. Leave the face, sweet escape. Killer with a smile you can't escape.
Red Room.
I make you wait, not cause I don't want you. Cause baby, I'm all on you. I need you to suffer with sensation. Build up anticipation. The chemistry between us just burns me inside. Holds me in my place when I look into your eyes. I want you so bad, you water my mouth. Once I let you in, I ain't gonna let you out. Consumed with these nasty things. Tell me that you want it, baby, go back for it. Might put your name on it. I'ma turn you on, then I'ma turn you out. Drown you in my loving, boy, there won't be no drought. No, I drive you crazy, how I like to tease. Just be patient, baby, cause I aim to please. Anticipate, anticipate.
Hey, yo, back once again. It's on. Mr. D's Open Mic King is in the building, and I'm doing it by myself today.
Poison Ivy is here.
I'm doing it all by myself.
Arrived,
Ain't nobody else here.
I have arrived.
Your mic ain't even on. You gonna put the headset on though? Put it under your hair, or take your hair off and put the headset over it.
I'm not taking my hair off.
Take your hair off and then put the wig on top of your hair, on top of the headphones, and that way. It's the vibe on there. Mr. D's Open Mic King. Poison Ivy finally got here.
I didn't think these was gonna survive without the Gwen.
Nah, I could do this all by myself. But you know, so I heard you lost.
I came in third place. Okay, I almost won.
I heard you almost won.
I didn't even get it.
But that means you almost lost too. You almost lost too.
Hey, but you know what? I played. Okay, that's all that matters. I played.
You did place, because I just told you that. But it's all good.
Don't be a hater all your life.
I ain't a hater.
All your life.
So, did you get any money?
No, I was aiming for $1,000 though, and I came close to it. I'm like the race. I'm like the track runner that lost his shoe, so he couldn't, get to the finish line.
So you just trying to, you saying, get about the internet radio, but
no,
you
it's
just
not.
You trying to jump ship to another team?
No,
is that
I
it?
don't want to be. I didn't do that to be mainstream. I did that to get $1,000.
I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give me that money. The thing with us is we are allowed to play what we want to play. They are not. So even if I did get a spot on mainstream, I mean, money is money. But I like internet radio. I do. I like the freedom. I like the fact that, I control a lot of things, whereas if I was mainstream, I got to do what they say.
Exactly.
So.
Because you got to do what I say.
But, I got bills and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I do want to say, for your, trying to
I'm trying not to be a stripper.
Trying to do your thing, I do have to give you the commemorate.
Sit your dumb ass down.
You know what?
Because you were supposed to be here. But we here talking to Sam Long.
I can't deal with you.
You ain't supposed to.
When I try to go out here and make something shake, you know what I'm saying? I don't even get around.
You said you want to be a stripper. You can go make something shake. You want a round of applause? I'll give you.
No limit. No limit.
All right, there you go. I gave you a half. Here you go.
I
You litty right now. You litty. That's a word. We here talking to Sam Long, Poison Ivy here in the building. Got the other half of the game with me, so it's going down. And I was talking to Sam, and we was talking about what if Poison Ivy won that money? What would she buy us? What did you think she would buy us if she won that money and brought some money here today?
I just want a fish dinner, not tilapia, but orange ruffin.
I probably would have had to buy these 2 fish dinners.
Nah, I wouldn't even want no fish dinner. I would just want a large bottle of Jameson Black Barrel, all to myself.
I wish I would have came here counting them dollars. That would have been so nice.
It would have been, and we would have been across the street messing with Chocolate Thunder over there.
It just lets me know, like, you know what I'm saying, that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You know what I'm saying? Because third place for me, that felt good. That felt good. That really did feel good. I'm not a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? And
just a loser.
Even though I really needed that money, I don't know if that girl needed it more than me. You know what I'm saying? So, everything happens for a reason. And I'm glad I went. I'm glad I tried.
But no, I'm just fussing with you. You don't know, man. I'm your biggest supporter, you punk.
Get on my damn
But we over here talking to Sam Long, and we was just talking about some stuff. Sam is a motivational beacon.
Speaker.
He's no beacon.
A
He's
beacon.
like light. He sheds light on people with his motivational. I keep saying the wrong word. Motivational prowess.
And he got a sexy bow tie on too, y'all.
Thank you.
She always trying to talk to some
Shout
people.
out to that bow tie.
But we was talking about some of the work you did, and I know you got some. I see you well prepared over there with.
Absolutely, yeah. This is my new poem that I wanted to introduce to the people.
Well, I say go ahead and do it. You need some music? Let me get you some music.
Yeah, give me some music.
I'm gonna get you something dope.
Pump me up.
I'm gonna pump you up right now. You ready?
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna do that. No. Let's see if this one.
Oh, this sounds like some fist pump music right here.
No, just I ain't got no music. Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. So this poem right here is just called basically like the new me.
Okay.
My, it's funny how quickly life can change in an instant. It wasn't that long ago where I used to have real thoughts of eternal conflict. My mind was spent trying to figure out what time was it. If 180 degrees was level, then my line was bent. Check me out now. I said if 180 degrees was level, then Sam Long line was bent. Floating around, just trying to merely exist. Mind parked in limbo. What I was feeling like Chris Bender. What should I do and who should I choose? I wasn't going nowhere. Feet was stuck in cement. But looking back at my life, I know I was heaven sent. So with that being said, I can never quit. And I can speak to this with the bottom of my heart. For 28 years, I was lost. But I'm proud to say that today is a brand new day. And I'm feeling like Master P. Ain't no limit to what we can do. Ain't no limit to what we can do. It's been a long time coming, but I thank God that I'm here. I'm kicking off the cobwebs of 28 years of tardiness. I'm ready to go, built to last. Mind of steel, heart of a lion, soul of an eagle. I have the eye of the tiger. But the devil all in my grill, false expectations appearing real. Trying to be official without God's seal, that's like driving drunk behind the wheel. But I'm going to keep it pushing, never looking back, with a steady pace all the way to my finish line. And as I express myself through these poetic lines, my, it's funny how times can change. I'm picking up the pieces like a master carpenter. See, I refuse to rephrase my terminology or compromise my personality due to your absurd version of reality. My, how quickly we catch amnesia. See, I think we do too much complaining and not enough training. Lack of dedication and with an unfocused mind is a great recipe for failure. See, you stuck in the sand because you ain't got no plan. See, I know the feeling. See, I used to grab a quarter, scratch a ticket, and hope for the best until I heard E.T. say, luck is for leprechauns and you ain't green, homie. My, how funny, how fast things can change. So why work hard when I can work smart? See, life changed in an instant. See, nowadays I'm having thoughts of motivation, thoughts of participation and greatness. See, my old thoughts of eternal conflict turned into thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, thoughts of harmony, thoughts of wisdom. Thank God that today is a new day. My, how quickly life can change with a brand new understanding.
All right.
Book shata.
Right.
He said, "You ain't green, homie."
You ain't green, homie.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was my new poem. I just basically wrote that in the last 2 weeks, and I just try to motivate my people, man, just to spark thought.
Right.
More fire.
Shout out to Pony TV.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
Was dope.
So you say you also a motivational speaker. Do you actually go and do like actual events where you go talk to a friend?
I actually have a curriculum.
Okay.
It's called Rational Thinking.
Rational thinking.
Basically, the definition of rational thinking is seeking the best results with the least amount of negative consequences. Because if you can control your thoughts, you can control your behavior. If you can control your behavior, I say, I'm Sam Long, I'm king of my world, I'm master of my destiny. And what do I mean by that? I'm not saying I'm a king, I got a bunch of property and all that, but what I'm saying is I can control my actions, right, and I can be a master of my destiny every day. So you got to start speaking things into existence and being positive and not letting nobody else control your destiny.
You know, I want to be a motivational speaker. Honestly, I do.
Tell your story. I tell people, like my story, I'm transparent. And everything I went through, I put it on paper and I express it through my poetry. So I think you got a story to tell, you tell it, and then you can just be an inspiration to the people that you can uplift.
Right. So I have a college tour coming up December 9th. I'll be in Kent. That's the start of it. And I was thinking, you know, because I come up with my stage shows or whatever, and they always, you know, I play an industry song, and then I do my music, and then I might play another part of an industry song, and then, you know. But since I want to do this whole motivational speaking thing, I think, like, you know, because I've never done this, like, I mean, I speak to the people, but I want to kind of, like, you know, throw a little motivational speech in between my raps. You know what I'm saying, when I do my show.
And
so I'm
elevate.
gonna start that.
And
Yeah, I'm
elevate.
gonna start that at the College Store.
Yeah, because you can, you know, you can be the wigged out motivationalist.
Or I could just represent women against violence.
Or you can.
Of course, that'll always go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's your thing, but you know, what about the wig?
You know what? They gonna know it's a wig when they see me come in with one on, and then when it's time to perform, I got a whole another one on.
You can motivate women. You ain't gotta do your hair no more.
But you know what? We had to do a commercial
Take a
spot.
stand.
Take a stand.
We had to do a commercial spot at school.
Throw your
we had to
combs
sell
away.
something.
Uh-huh.
I sold wigs. My whole commercial, my 30-second commercial
was all about wigs.
Yeah.
That's all she
That's
knows.
a billion-dollar
It was
industry.
called Wonder
That's
Wigs.
all she know.
I said braid your. I said wash, condition, wash, moisturize, braid your hair, and throw on a Wonder Wig and go.
But
I love a good sale. I love it.
But check this out. Okay, so I've actually done some training to be certified as a life coach, which really there is no real certification for a life coach, because a life coach really can be anyone who has experienced something that could talk about it, because a lot of people think you need to talk to a therapist when you're down and you need some help, but you need to talk to somebody. What you really need to talk to somebody who's been through what you've been through.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that can help you. Cause the purpose of a life coach is not to help you have them solve your problem. They're to help you to solve your own problem.
Absolutely.
Have you thought about moving forward into that, like on a Les Brown type of level?
I thought about it. See, my thing is basically, I just want my testimony to just resonate in people's heart and their mind. You know what I mean? And I just want basically my footsteps and everything I've been through just to resonate with you so you can be better. So I do that every time I go to the grocery store. Like, I don't want to be necessarily on a platform just speaking, but what I like to talk to people in my neighborhood. I went to the grocery store one day, and this lady was feeling down, and I just came over there smiling, joy, and I gave her a poem. Is it the enemy or the inner me? And man, she cried. She cried and just was like, thank you for like really just helping me out today. So every time I go, I talk to everybody. I always motivate every day.
You sound pretty gifted in what you do, and I always like to say that I move in spirit, right? So I'm gonna just ask this question because it happens to me.
Okay.
You know, you said you went to the grocery store and the lady was down or whatever. Don't you kind of like already have the words for that person? Like, ain't it already in you? Like, when you get to them, it's like the message just come through from you.
Yeah, and sometimes everything is different. You know,
that's the gift. You got the gift, boy.
Yeah, it's the feeling, it's the vibe. But see, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah.
It's the what?
It's the feeling, it's the vibe.
It's the feeling, the vibe.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe on air.
Yeah.
On there. But,
see,
go ahead.
Hey, Dave Tyler.
Oh, naturally, I'm just cause I'm like, if I go through prison, I can go through anything. So my worst day is like a good day.
So go ahead.
My sister be like, why are you so happy all the time? I'm like, man, you just don't know. So I just like to transfer that energy to other people. So no matter what you're going through, I'm always going to give you a better perspective on it. It always can be worse, you know what I mean?
So you said prison.
Yes.
What was up with that?
We already talked about
I went to prison.
I ain't
A
know.
recap.
We already talked about that. You weren't here. You were busy trying to win some money from someone else.
I was trying to keep my life afloat. That's what I was doing. Go ahead, boo.
Man, I'm standing here and I'm starting to have thoughts of eternal conflict. And it feels like a tug of war is brewing in the inside of my spirit. But the only thing that's going through my mind is the time that I spent confined behind the line doing 85% of 97 months was the debt that I had to repay. See, I was shackled down as the U.S. Marshals quickly whisked me away. I can see the tears of my sister and hear her voice saying, Sam, keep your head up and don't let them see you cry, as I was standing there having these thoughts of eternal conflict. See, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a cold-ass holding cell. OG screaming, you good, youngster, 8 years ain't nothing. I was like, huh?
How many years?
He said, you good, youngster, 8 years ain't nothing. Now, can you imagine that advice from the slave man mentality? See, I was 21 years on the planet. Eyes wide shut, you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I knew everything. I was too young, dumb, and ignorant to understand the consequences of my irrational thinking. And now that I think about it, it's like I had inadequate use of reasoning. You know, cognitive deficiencies, and like a plant that's uncultivated, I was shallow-minded, unsophisticated, no taste, lack of knowledge, just to say the least, as I'm standing here having these thoughts of eternal conflict. Man, you still standing here having these thoughts thoughts of eternal conflict? Yeah, that's why I'm pacing back and forth in a 10x6 cell, frustrated and confused, hands on my face, saying, what in the world am I going to do? Well, what you going to do, Sam? Long it's time to man up. It's time to be a man now. And I know y'all probably thinking, well, what is thoughts of eternal conflict? Thoughts of eternal conflict is like emptiness full of void, loneliness in spirit, as I'm reaching and grabbing for the weird that's not even there. It's like you riding around in the car and you ain't got to spare. So many thoughts, so much emotion, so much passion. Damn, it's a conflict. It's a conflict. Damn, it's a conflict. Thoughts of eternal conflict, that is.
More fire! Boy!
You said tell you about it. 8 years, 1 month, baby.
And so, and you're 28 now?
No, I'm 30.
Okay, you're 30.
But see, I was lost for 28 years.
So you fresh out.
Yeah, I've been out for 2 years.
Oh my God.
I ain't no doubt.
Oh my God. You know, see, jail didn't age.
I thought you were going to say, you know this dude?
Do I look like I've been in jail?
No,
do I look hard?
You look straight up out the church house. Let me tell you something. Dudes go to jail and they come back gray hair and busted.
Stereotype.
Not true.
Stereotype.
Not true.
I mean, you know.
See, I like to put all those stereotypes down.
You didn't let you did jail.
Most people come out of the joint fresh.
There you go.
Hey, who the hell you killed, Sam?
I ain't killed nobody.
8 years ain't no murder. You ain't coming home too soon.
You was robbing people.
Nah. No, I went to jail for robbery. I did. I went to jail for robbery.
I'm so glad you
Bank
changed
robbery.
your life. Oh, you was a stick-up kid.
I went to Westlake and did some things I wasn't supposed to do.
Westlake.
Yeah. And you know what?
You was with them white folks.
They always go to jail and come out either Muslims or changed men.
My mother say that.
Before you went, no, because you was robbing banks. You ain't had no idea.
I was lost. I was lost. I was all over.
We're going to have a repeat at the beginning of the show.
Black men gotta go to jail to
with
find
Poison
themselves.
Ivy.
I mean, it's just my story. I mean, everybody who go to jail don't find themselves. It's a lot of clowns sitting in jail right now.
It's a lot of people in jail who keep repeating the same things over and over because they ain't found themselves yet.
Did you do a lot of speaking there?
I was young. I had a lot of mentors. I thank God for all the mentors I had in there. Richard Wilson. It was just a good experience because I talked with the Muslims. I talked with the Nation of Islam. I talked with the Christians. And they just really enlightened me to be better. And it's just really, I seen men really led me, like, who was really on something, and they just gave me something new, something to chew on. Every question that I had, they had an answer for it. And that just really gave me a new perspective. I started to read. I started to know who I was. I started reading Marcus Garvey books, Malcolm X books, Martin Luther King books, and I just started applying that information to my life. And I was like, I'm going to use it, and I'm going to not just talk about it, but I'm going to be about it.
So you didn't go in there, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, I'm from 82nd, and anybody who want it.
I guess she didn't hear the SVL 4K.
Change my life. This is not
the SVL
for
4
me.
stack story. She missed that part.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it. I could not do 8 years. I couldn't do 8 days. I did 5 days for some traffic. Never again.
It was the hardest days of her life because she couldn't wear her wig.
Days of my life.
You really did 8 days for traffic?
No, I did 5.
5?
And I was pregnant.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, so your baby a prison baby. That's your baby.
Yes, she is.
Little Poison have been in jail already. She already been to jail. I knew she was a criminal.
The first time was 3 days, and the second time was 5 days. And they put me in the same cell because I wrote her name on the wall, and I turned around in the cot, and I was like, damn, this is the same cell.
But
so yeah.
Wow.
Let's.
I did a bid too. I did a bid.
You did a.
Yes.
Man, that was no damn bid.
Anytime that they hold you back without, that's prison.
She need to get slapped.
That's prison. 1 day is too long.
I'm telling you.
I had a conversation with some dudes. You know, one dude that did like 5 years, another dude that did like 6 months. And really, when you lock behind something, there's no comparison on time. Yeah, your time might have been longer, but it's still time taken away.
That's your time. That's your liberty.
It's just the way it is.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to say something to you because you was talking about how you went to the store and you see people and you want to talk to them and everything. I'm not that dude. I'm an extrovert when I'm doing stuff like this. I'm an introvert personally.
Yeah.
When I'm walking through the store, I don't even want nobody talking to me. I hate when people walk up to you and just want to start talking and have a conversation with you. I just be looking back at the people like, get out of here. I'm not that dude. And people I know understand that people just be trying to make conversation and talk and everything, but I'm really just into I'm not a talkative person. I'm more of I'm a talkative person when it's a social.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like right now, you know, I'm a forced extrovert.
Right.
But I'm really an introvert, and that's the part of the thing, because like I'm trying to do this life coaching thing, and I want to help people, and I can because I force myself to.
Right.
But I want to get myself more open to wanting to be the person that walks around and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm just not into that.
You want to know, when I was in prison, my mentor, every day he woke up, he said, "Good morning, Mr. Long. How you doing today?" And I'm like, damn, why does he keep saying good morning? Like, we in prison, I'm not doing good. But his personality was just like, man, good morning, good morning. Every day I woke up, he spoke to me. Every day he never changed. He was consistent. And I'm like, man, give me some of that joy. And then I just started to took on some of those characteristics, and then it just blossomed. So when I see people, I just want to give them life and just give them energy, like, you know.
You know, I'm like that too. And in the days that I don't want to be bothered, I don't go see nobody.
Right.
Like, I don't want you to see me when I really don't want to talk to you.
Exactly.
Like, I'm in the house, I'm on the couch, I'm looking at the phone, it's ringing, I ain't answering it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm, for the most part, I'm like out there. You know, I'm always.
You ever talk to her in the morning?
You.
Cause she sound like
I sound.
She sound like James Earl Jones.
First of all, I get up at 6:30, okay, because my daughter has to be at school.
I've called you at noon and you be like, hello.
Because I probably was asleep.
Oh, I was
taking
not
a nap or something. And I don't sound like no whoever.
I'm going to call
just
you
said.
back in 15 minutes.
I did not.
Then she call you back in 15 minutes and be her regular voice.
I did not sound, I did not sound like that.
Hey, D, what you want?
Whatever.
I feel you sometimes, because sometimes, like, ever since I did my birthday party, I did a 30th birthday party, and I just told everybody, I gave them my poetry, my play, and it was like, wow, about 150 people showed up. So sometimes people will pull on you, and I'm like, man, I don't feel like motivating today. Like, I'm just trying to chill and watch the Cavs tonight. But I'm like, man, you know what? I got to give it to him. You know what I mean? So.
And I'd be wanting to be that person, but sometimes it's just like when I'm in the grocery store and then, you know, I'm standing there, or if I'm just standing somewhere in line and it's like, and somebody crack a stupid joke and you look back and I'm like,
You the joke cracker.
Yeah. But that's different. I don't just initially just go up to the people I don't know and just be in line. Like, if I'm at the line at the DMV and I ain't trying to really hear that. I'm evil at times. I don't know.
But once your spirit changes, when you want to do something, you'll start.
When I want to do it,
I'm
I'm the most talkative person there. But otherwise, leave me alone. But I want to get into this too. You got a show coming up.
Yes, I got a show that I'm hosting. Matter of fact, let me get my calendar
at
out.
Take 5.
At Take 5.
Shout out to Brian Grushin.
Shout out to King, the 5. Well, excuse me, Kings, the 5 Kings. We doing
with Brandon Landrum.
Yes. Is Brandon Landrum? I don't think he's on the ticket.
Is it Dre Walton? Because they did 5 Kings before. It was Sam Goody.
It was no, they just did that last week.
Okay.
Matter of fact.
Okay.
Him and DJ Fatty Banks.
Okay. Yeah, Fatty Banks.
Shout out to Fatty Banks.
Shout out to Fatty Banks. Matter of fact, I was there. We had a good time too.
His name should be almost Skinny Banks now.
Yeah, he is.
He's losing weight. Yeah. And he getting old too, so he should be like middle-aged Skinny Banks.
And he been doing it for a while, man.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the homie. I remember the days on Cornell at Jazz Mark Studio. But yeah, tell us about the show, man.
I'm hosting this event. It's a paint and slip for Kings, 5 Kings of the city, 5 Kings and Queens of the city.
Okay.
It's going to be Wednesday, November 25th, November 22nd, right before Thanksgiving. And we're going to have a good time. You should come out, plank, flow, and sip. You're going to hear live music. You're going to hear, are y'all familiar with the Love Ties poetry?
Love Ties.
Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith?
Nope.
Poetry? Oh, they dope.
Gotta find out.
They gonna be dope. You gotta come to find out.
Gotta find out.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And we're gonna have good singing, good poetry. I'm gonna do some poetry there. I'm gonna do some line dancing. Maybe I might hand dance with somebody. You never know.
Hand dance with me. Please hand dance with me.
She gotta get the hand dance wig out to that night. She gotta get the
I'm
hand
gonna bring
dance
my
wig.
special hand dance wig out for you.
She gonna look like one of them Cuban chicks that be dancing with the short curly hair wig.
How you know I was gonna wear that one?
Cause that's the hand dance wig. That's the hand dance wig. That look like the hand dance wig.
I'm gonna put some wig spray on it too, so it look real juicy.
Dream girl.
Wow.
Shine, baby, shine.
Wow.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take another quick pause for the call to play some music, and then we're gonna come back and talk more about with my man Sam. We gonna actually might just play a game. You know how we do.
Oh yeah, by the way, when we came back from last commercial break with the song Anu Amani, she has a show this Saturday at Wilbert's at 6:30. The tickets are $11 and they are $15 at the door.
Ain't
So you
nobody
get it
going
in
to see
advance for
her.
$11.
No, just playing.
So yeah, go check her out.
That's just rude to say something like that.
He always, you know.
No,
what?
but Anu Amani is cool. That's the homie. She
You
do.
gonna
I just
slide-
played her music.
you
She
gonna
does.
slide down a hot pole to hell.
I wish I had a button that said "dud." I'll figure it out. I'm gonna play some Menace and Deja, and then I'm also gonna play. I played Beatrice earlier. I'm gonna play some Suicide Holla. This the vibe on air. Mr. D's, the open mic Kizzle for shizzle, and that girl Poison Ivy. Sam Long in the building. In the building. He's in the building, B. The building. He in the building. Poison look like Mustafa girlfriend from The Lion King or something with all that mane. It's all just. It's like Audra. What's the one chick that be singing that got the big hair? Because it's like your hair eclipses your face. It just takes over your face. She came in third place and she talking about it on the air. We'll be back in a minute.
Choosing it flies. 2 girls blazing up sugar, my shots for no pistols, no fighting, just parties that rock. Fuse to be shit on to bar 4 o'clock. I'm in the zone, yes, I'm feeling myself. This is he, feel out of breath. Me and my haters, we blowing a killer, boy, and we just listen to killer to death. Music got me in a damn trance. I'm so kicked up till a DJ put this here on killer. Doing the VIG and VIP. Pour some shots for the free, it's on me. Hang up your chick and she leaving with me, but I'm chasing my paper and living my dream. Work hard every time, every weekend, no sleep, but the weekend I sit back and think, just think about that fun of my eye when I'm smoking and drinking and partying with up a hoe. Me.
We gon' dance, 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 dance. We gon' party, we gon' dance, 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 dance. Move your body, clap your hands, 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 hands. We gon' party, we gon' dance, we gon' party, we gon' dance, we gon' party, we gon' dance, 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 dance. We gon' party, we gon' dance, 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 dance. Music got me in a trance, 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 trance. We gon' party, we gon' dance, we gon' party, we gon' dance. I just wanna party, I just wanna dance. Ladies, move your bodies, fellas, clap your hands. I just wanna party, I just wanna dance. Ladies, move your bodies, fellas, clap your hands. I just wanna party, I just wanna dance. Ladies, move your bodies, fellas, clap your hands. I just wanna party, I just wanna dance. Ladies, move your bodies, fellas, clap your hands. We gon' party, we gon' dance, dance. got me in a trance. We gon' party, we gon' dance. We gon' party, we gon' dance.
Party.
DJ Fatty Bank. Hey yo, Wiz, this is crazy right here.
Hey yo, Ash, you crazy for this one?
Hey, pretty girl, get your hands up, hands up. Ugly girl, keep your hands by your side. Pretty girl, get your hands up. She find it, she know it, she about to get it, she focused. Let's go, let's go. Pretty girls with her. Pretty girls, real pretty girls, hey. Pretty girls, super pretty girls, hey. Pretty girl, if you're a pretty girl, scream. Pretty girl, get your hands up, hands up. Ugly girl, keep your hands by your side. Pretty girl, get your hands up. She find it, and she know it, she about to get it, she focused. Let's go, let's go. Left, right, shake it left, right, throw your arms left, right. Shake it left, right, pretty girl, left, right. Shake it left, right, throw your arms left, right. Shake it left, right, hey. Pretty girl with ambition, I love them all. If you don't love her hard, then you ain't loving it all. It's rules to it, your lane empty, I cruise through it. The juice bluish, no lanes in me, I'm used to it. Let's get it poppin', shake it, get the dropping, down low, get the hopping. Ankles get the locking, there she go, diddy poppin'. Now she milli rockin', got the whole city watching. Now the city poppin' like I'm from the land, the rock hall, where youngest move butter tan and cop cars. They dodging bullets and cop cars, the black hard. They dip the in your hot sauce, get lockjaw for supper. See this that feel real good time. If fantasy women gon' be a good job, let's fantasy kick and go eat some good food. Now how she gon' kill it? Ain't no she good move. Pretty girl, get your hands up, hands up. Ugly girl, keep your hands by your side. Pretty girl, get your hands up. She find it, and she know it, she about to get it, she focused. Let's go, let's pretty girls, pretty girls with her. Pretty girls, real pretty girls, hey. Pretty girls, super pretty girls, hey. Pretty girl, if you're a pretty girl, scream. Pretty girl, get your hands up, hands up. Ugly girl, keep your hands by your side. Pretty girl, get your hands up. She find it, and she know it, she about to get it, she focused. Let's go, let's go. Left, right, shake it left, right, throw your arms left, right. Shake it left, right, pretty girl, left, right. Shake it left, right, throw your arms left, right. Shake it left, right, hey. Nostalgia, summertime in the land, you good, they gon' foul you. Some gon' hop on the bed, you good, fellas round you. Some gon' hop on the stand, them hood, iron. Some gon' plot on your man's imposter. Give me the butter dip with the lobster. I just added the prettiest girl to my roster. Watch it, in the own world, you can't stop it. I be inviting this pretty girl to me, cause out of your league, just got deuce. Mama super official, homie, you obtuse. Feel like you need to charge her, homie, I got juice. You try to put collar on the shorty, she got loose. She tone rockin' in the zone poppin'. Got the kids at home watching, play the song jockin'. Time to get it on, gotta make your own style. If they gon' try to be your clone, gotta shake it so polished. Hey, pretty girl, get your hands up, hands up. Ugly girl, keep your hands by your side. Pretty girl, get your hands up. She find it, and she know it, she about to get it, she focused. Let's go, let's go. Pretty girls with her. Pretty girls, real pretty girls, hey. Pretty girls, super pretty girls, hey. Pretty girl, if you're a pretty girl, scream. Pretty girl, get your hands up, hands up. Ugly girl, keep your hands by your side. Pretty girl, get your hands up. She find it, and she know it, she about to get it, she focused. Let's go, let's go. Left, right, shake it left, right, throw your arms left, right. Shake it left, right, pretty girl, left, right. Shake it left, right, throw your arms left, right. Shake it left, right, hey.
Yo, it's the vibe on there, son. Deeds, Poison Ivy, SBL 4000 in the building. And yo, it's going down. Thank you, Poison. Appreciate you. She got here late, so she got to work. Put them to work. That's what you do. We are living in a matriarchal. I don't even know what I'm about to say. But Sam.
Talk to me.
Sam. Sizzle.
I'll talk back. 4 stacks.
4 stacks in the building, baby. So, here on the Vibe on Air, because there, you know, when people, I bring people on the show, or if she bring people on the show, they always ask me, what's the topic? We don't have no damn topic. We vibe. We just vibe. That's it. That's what we do. We just vibe. And in the sense of vibing, we also like to play games. Would you like to play a game?
Let's go. I'm game for it. I'm down for whatever.
Those are famous last words. Today's game is called What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? It's the game show where you have to define ghetto ass slang words.
Okay.
Without using slang words to define the slang words.
Okay, so use proper terminology for a ghetto word.
That is correct.
Let's go.
If you get the answer correct, you get the correct buzzer. You answered wrong, you get the. And of course, you will be timed. Are you ready to play? What does it mean?
For show.
Your first word is for show, not to play. Okay. Sam Long. SVL 4000. Your word is break.
Break is my word. To mess up something.
I am not. That's not the slang. That was. I'm looking for the slang version of break. So I'm going to give you more time to think about it, but not much.
Run.
That is correct.
Run.
For the bonus point, what is the prison definition of a break?
What is what?
The prison definition of the word break.
Food. A meal.
That is correct. It usually involves Doritos and ramen noodles.
Right, and some ketchup.
Or hot dogs.
Right.
If you're at home and want to break.
Cheese.
It's whatever the hell they give.
Turkey bites.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
Samuel, can you hear me? Your word is I'm trying to think of one. Your word is savage. I'm starting to use the same words every week.
Savage would be an animal, ghetto, a beast.
That is correct. Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Just don't care. I just don't care. Savage. Samuel. Samity damity whamity.
Yo, shamity sham.
Yo, shimity sham. Your word. Why did you have to say yo, shimity sham? Oh, man. Your word. And it could come from any time, era in time, by the way.
Okay.
Slizzard.
Wine, liquor,
Was it slither or slizzard?
Slizzard. The word actually means to get drunk.
I was gonna say toe
Lit.
up. Like
toe up.
Yeah, but you can't say those words. You have to define it.
Yeah, that's identical.
You can't use other words.
Slither.
Slizzard.
Intoxicated.
That's exactly. There you go.
Inebriated.
Long John Samuel. Your word is bag.
Bag.
Secure money.
That is correct. That is correct. But you can secure the bag. That means get the money.
Get the money. Secure the bag.
You are correct.
Brown paper bag.
Yeah, brown paper bag.
Sam I am. Your word.
Sam I am.
I'm hitting. I feel like I'm on fire right now.
Your word is jiggy.
Jiggy? Man, what's this Will Smith?
It's a slang word.
Jiggy means to.
I could get jiggy with this.
Right. To pop, to dance, to get fly. To get jiggy.
Are you still using slang words to define a slang word, or would you like the wrong buzzer?
Jiggy means to dance.
I'll give you that. Jiggy means to have a really good time. Get jiggy with it.
Get jiggy with it.
Your final word.
Final word.
Samuel L. Jackson. Your word.
No more snakes on the plane.
Your word is skirt, 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 skirt.
Pull off.
There you go. For the bonus question, what is a Royale with cheese?
A Royale with cheese.
What?
What is a Royale with cheese?
A Whopper.
Ah, you was close. Royale with cheese is a Big Mac in Amsterdam. You said the wrong burger, man. But a Whopper would be good right now.
A Whopper.
I'd like to thank you for playing. We appreciate you. Did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
Your prize is to sit in this chair and talk to us. Thank you for playing our show. What does it mean? What does it mean? This is the show that nobody gets anything, and we get to entertain y'all by making fun of people at this time. Thank you for playing. God bless. And I hope you get some.
Game over.
So, Sam, I gave you a bunch of different names there. That's what I do.
Yo, Shamini Sam,
Sam I am.
Sam I am. I started to go, Sam, sickety, bam, biggity, bum.
You like crack, Sam? Huh? Lean on me.
What did Fonzie do? Be cool. Correctamundo. One of my favorite movies, Pulp Fiction. But you know, you seem like, you know, well-dressed dude, you dapper and everything, you're a mellow dude and everything, you know, you like, you know, you're a man of will. And I like that about you. You know, you're a cool dude. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me, you know, what can Poison do differently about her wigs?
What can Poison do?
I'm done. That's not a real question. No, but really.
I like Poison wigs. She good.
I mean, I do too, though. I mean, I've never seen her with. I've seen her without them. Her hair is actually nice. Her regular hair, but you know, she like to have that variety. You know, she's
the only reason I didn't wear my hair today is because I had no time to bump it. You know, I was taking a nap, so when I got up, it was kind of like, need to be bumped. And I was like, I ain't got time for that. Threw the wig on.
Yeah,
shut the hell up, D.
You looking good.
You look, I couldn't find the
crickets. I got hair too. My hair is on my shoulders for y'all. Well, y'all know I'm
That's why. Just for your information.
Everybody
get it twisted now.
So, okay. Can you uncricket me? So, I had to delete my live video from Halloween because of what I said. I basically...
You're going to talk about that in the middle of your interview?
I said F45. I did. But it was in a very, very bad way. It's,
okay.
You know. So, I had to delete it because, you know, due to the FCC, that's not appropriate.
Okay.
So then I went live at home, put on a different costume, same hat, same weed, my hair, and Facebook blocked me.
What?
They took my video down. I'm so mad. I had so many views on that video. Like, y'all just be hating on me. I just want to say, you know, Facebook, stop hating on me.
Shut up.
Damn, I can't do nothing.
You think you're slick. We
they
got
said,
you.
I didn't apologize for what I said, but they straight took my video down.
Because she hit me talking about, can you edit the... I said,
I said
it was a live video. I can't edit a live video.
Sam, I was a ghetto. No, last year I was a ghetto witch. This year I was queen witch, right?
Okay.
So, you know, I kind of rode the broom.
The theme is witch.
Facebook some haters. They just some haters.
I just seen some ghetto videos.
I've seen some messed up stuff.
Right.
It's like, why do y'all keep doing that to me?
Well, you did.
Because they see me on the rise, you know what I'm saying?
They see your stock going
up.
Yes.
You did commit treason by saying
and
you
I
hope
ain't
somebody
invested
killed the
nothing
president.
in them. You know what I'm saying? I did say that.
Well, that's a little
live on air.
But I mean, they took my video down. I was in the bed. I had eyeballs and spiders in my web.
You had clothes on?
Yes, I did have clothes on.
You sure this time?
I rode the broom.
This time?
I rode the broom, and they took my
You rode the broom. Okay, that's what it was.
No, but you know what it was for real?
What was his name?
All my fans kept saying, play this song, play that song. I went from
Was it a dude that was dressed like a broom?
No, I didn't ride it too. I don't do that. I don't do pornos, fool. It was a real broom. I rode the broom. Like a witch's rad broom. So, but Facebook didn't have to take me down for that. And I don't think they took me down because I rode that broom. They took me down for the song I played.
Right.
That it was the song I played. They kept telling me to play Twerk That Whoa or somebody. I don't know. My fans the reason why they deleted my damn video. But
I guess.
Facebook just need to get over it.
Here's what I want to know, Sam. Let's roll it to this. I always talk about Poison Ivy because she has, she's a performer.
I am upset.
She jump on the stage, she do her thing.
Okay.
What are you like on stage? Are you just the same demeanor that you are now? Or do you transform into SVO4K again?
I mean, well, when I did my play, I give you both. I give you SVO4000, and I give you Sam Long. But the last play I did, I played a guy named Eric. He was a cocky, arrogant police officer. He was married, but he was in love with his side wife.
Okay.
It was a side thing.
Right.
But
we have all been there. If my ex-wife listening, I didn't do nothing.
You said you ain't cheating on your wife.
I didn't. That's why I'm just saying it was a joke. It's called joke. You do it for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a comedic event right here. So I can say stuff and it's not true.
I gotta give him passion, give him energy.
Yes. So I mean, was that the first? Oh, my phone is acting like I asked her something. Shut up. It changed the screens on me too. So is that your first play you ever did, or?
That was my first play. Well, besides the play that I wrote, I don't even think the one. Well, I'm actually working to extend my play, but yes, that was my first play that I've participated in. Addiction, the stage play, and I got another play coming up. Well, it's not another play. It's more of a short film.
Okay.
A guy, after he seen me, and he's like, "Man, Sam, you did really good in the stage play Addiction. I want you to come and be this lead man in this new short film that I'm writing." So I was like, "All right, cool." So and then it's another guy who's doing a documentary on Anthony Sowell. He wants me to play Anthony Sowell, arresting officer.
I thought he wanted you to play Anthony Sowell.
No, he killed my cousin LaShonda Long.
Oh, wow.
That's funny because my cousin is the one that got away, Gladys.
Really?
Gladys is that was my cousin.
Wow, God bless her heart, man.
Yeah, and it was funny because
was she on the one
TV
who told the police?
Yeah. Oh, because it was funny because when that happened, before the story broke, I do bonds. And I had to do one for her and her boyfriend, and I went over to her house because they used to stay off of Hayden, and it was funny because I just drove by the house and the apartment building, they just tore it down, and I came over there and she bandaged up and everything, and this is way before everybody knew about Sowell, and her boyfriend, was sitting there looking crazy, and I'm like, what's up with her? Did you put your hands on her? And I hit him with my gun, and
you gonna allegedly.
Yeah, I hit the floor with my gun because I dropped it because I was so upset. And she told me the story about the thing, and she kind of she's a crackhead at the time,
right?
If not now, I don't know. And I was just thinking like, oh, this is some crazy crackhead shit. I discussed on air.
Oh, you did. That is a $50,000 fine.
I ain't got it.
I ain't got it either.
But she told me the story, and I was thinking that then the next thing, like a couple months later, she on the news crying and everything about the story, and it was like, wow. And then after that whole thing went down, and she was on TV One because they did this story about how she survived, and they paid her some money. And but it was crazy.
What did she do with the money?
It's sad. I used to stay on.
I can't even talk about that on the air.
It's funny.
What she did with the money?
That house was right around the corner from the house that I used to stay in with my father off 117th and
really?
Kinsman, man. So when I was incarcerated, when they actually told me that her skull, they found her skull, and they was identifying because he had bone. I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah, he was nuts, man. He was crazy.
I like to say, even though my cousin was out in the streets, nobody deserved
that at all.
Man. And it's just really, really, really terrible. So when he asked me to play that part, I was like, yeah, I can't wait because I want to hem this dude up when I see him. I want to be aggressive.
He gonna be like, man, I'm not him for real. I'm not him for real. This is a play,
man. Let me get at him, man. But it's crazy. That was a sad story, man. Just like he was just taking advantage of people off the street, just getting.
That's what exactly what it was. He knew there was people that was on the street, and
exactly.
That's when he offered them some like would he lure him in like you can rest here or whatever, and then he was crazy.
Take you out,
40 ounces and some cigarettes.
I'm still trying to figure out did Ray's Sausage ever get any type of, because the city messed with them for years over that.
Right, and
it did used to smell bad over there.
But that because of what he did
right,
in the backyard, and Ray's Sausage was right there.
But you know,
and they kept trying to blame it on him, and it wasn't even Ray's Sausage.
You know that's not your business smelling like that. They should have did some more investigation. A dead body smell like a dead body.
But they thought it was a sausage place because they are dealing with meat. They dealing with meat.
No damn sausage smell like no dead body.
They dealing with meat. It could have been, but that they should be suing the city because the city did them so dirty. Yeah. But let me get back to you. So, by you being a poet and everything, you a working poet, you doing your thing. Do you interact with any other poets out of the city?
Absolutely.
Who do you like?
Well, my biggest motivation is the love ties. Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith, they do their thing. I really love them. I love Jamel. He do Elevated Waves. My guy, I can't forget Wall Street West. Poison Ivy, did you know Wall Street West? I asked you earlier, did you know Wall Street West?
Yeah, you asked me earlier. I'm not familiar with the name.
He's just a really, really good guy. Who else do I vibe with on the porch? Oh, my guy, Mo Grace. Mo Grace, he performed at my birthday party. It's like a small community. Just like you start to know everybody that does poetry, and we at the same events when we do poetry. They always tag me and they say, "Sam, you coming out do poetic lines this week?" So, Journey Blue is a good poet.
That's the homie.
Shout out to Journey
That's
Blue.
the homie.
Journey,
are you hip to Keisha? I think her name is Keisha.
No,
who? Keisha Nicole Foster?
Yes.
Like Keisha Nicole Foster, Nita T.
Yeah, Nita. Yeah,
Nita T. She dope. Of course, like Justin Fraley.
Who is Justin Fraley?
A real big dude. Do poetry. He paint and he a bodybuilding buff.
Okay.
Justin Fraley. You got like Arrogant. Carlin Warren.
Man, I'm about to go see him tonight.
Yeah, Carlin, he dope.
He hosted my event. Yeah. He sing, he rap, he do poetry.
Some of everything. He try to do some of everything.
He's a good mentor, man.
He talk like this. Yeah, man, Deez.
No, cut it out.
You know that's how he talk. Yeah, Deez. And I'm just saying, man. Shout out to Carlin. That's my dude. And he know how
I really came down to Arrogant Event. He was like the first place that I really started doing my poetry. He was like, man, I just came on the scene, like, because didn't nobody know who I was.
Right.
And I just came on the scene like, I'm Sam Long, I'm king of my world. Like, what's up? I'm here. I want to do poetry. He was like, man, come on, let's do it. So he really kind of like gave me a shot and kind of gave me the game, what I need to be doing. He's a really a real good guy.
It's some dope poets out here. Tierra Khalid.
Yeah, that's my home. She's the homie. She's really dope.
Yeah, it's some dope poets out here. And the poetry scene in Cleveland is dope, but it need to be bigger. It does. Like I used to do my open mic thing at Kings and Queens for years. And I had a lot of poets come through. Tierra Heard, or what she go by now? What Tierra go by?
T. Khalid? No, you talking about T. Khalid or somebody else?
No, Tierra Heard. Where was she been? What was Freedom? I can't remember Tierra day. She gonna be bad at me, but don't worry. Light skinned short chick from New York accent. When I think of it, I'll come to it. But she was dope. You got Poetry Fiend, and he was dope. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of dope poets out here, and the poetry scene in Cleveland needs to be refreshed, and it needs to be brought back. Yeah, it needs more energy, and it needs to be real poets, because you got some poets like some poets that would want to do poetry and they try to make their voice sound different and it'd be all crazy. And then they had these catchphrases at the end like, "Yeah, girl." And they always want to talk about if they want to stick with love things and and it don't be no real poetry. Poetry is supposed to come from you force some poetry.
They always ask me to do love. I'm like, that's not my lane. Like,
you do what you do.
Speaking of love, where your girlfriend at?
Oh, well, see what had happened was.
He's lying. Look, he's lying. Look, he's lying. Look at his face. Let me get a close up on the camera.
Close up.
Let me get a close up on the camera. Hold on.
Single. Ladies.
I'm gonna see if he lying. Let's get a close up.
I'm focused on my career, man. See, listen, this is the thing. I can preach about this right here, man. I'm focused on getting my life together.
That's right.
I got a destination I'm trying to go to.
Is he lying?
And I'm trying to get there. I ain't worried about dating right now.
But you know
I'm
what?
focused
I
on me.
feel you because I'm focused right now. But if a dude be like he want to take me out to eat, I'm going.
I mean, I go on
That's because you want to eat.
Free.
That's because you want to eat.
Matter of fact, shout out to the dude that's taking me on a date tomorrow. Thank you, boo. Cause yeah,
Shout out.
But
Shout
for real,
out.
it's just
Wow.
I don't want to be.
What you gotta do?
No, I don't what do I have to do?
I hope your dude ain't listening.
He reminds.
Wow. He probably
Hold
like
on, is
shit.
your baby
He
daddy
probably
still
like.
locked
He
up?
probably like.
My baby daddy out.
He probably like. I don't want to feed
No,
her.
I am single. First of all, let me just break you off real quick. Since
break
talking
you
to
off.
boyfriend. The person that he's saying is my boyfriend is going to Cincinnati with his other friend tomorrow. For her birthday.
Come on, we ain't finna
So
do
there
that.
is no-
We not finna do that.
with a friend.
We ain't
You
finna
go
do
to
that.
Poison Ivy is
single. Right.
But I do that.
And ready to mingle.
I mingle all the time. But
I mean, I date, I flirt, I kick it, but I ain't, you know.
Yeah.
So it ain't no potential Mrs. Long, you know.
Nah.
In the back of the
See,
back.
my play thoughts of eternal conflict. See, I don't know. At the beginning, I came home from prison, and I ain't gonna say her name, but she wanted to marry me, and I wasn't ready yet. You know, to be honest with you, I was just coming home, get myself together, and I wanted to, you know, date. You know, like I said at my point, I was feeling like Chris Bender. What should I do and who should I choose? So I kind of felt like that. Should I get married or should I kind of go sow my wild oats?
Yeah, at that time, you know, you reestablishing yourself and reconfiguring your brain because, you know, for as long as you was, there's a word for what it was. You was institutionalized.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to readjust.
Yeah, you got to
back
readjust.
to society. Like,
I plan on being single all my 30s. Yep.
Yeah, it ain't
love
gonna
gonna
happen.
hit you one
It
day.
ain't gonna
And
happen.
if it, no, I said I plan on it.
It ain't gonna happen.
I plan
You
on
gonna
it.
smack
Only
it.
because, you know, I feel like my 20s was cool. I had a baby. The last part of my 20s was
I have a
I was in
violin
a
on
very terrible relationship. That's why I represent domestic violence. So my 30s is like something different. You know what I'm saying?
But
It's
I'm gonna
just
tell
something
you.
different.
I'm gonna tell you
So
about
if
her.
if it come along, I ain't gonna be like, oh no, I ain't.
I'm gonna tell
do
you
that,
about her.
but
You can write a poem about this.
I just, you know,
She one of them people that be like, he ain't called me today, and I don't like that.
not no more.
She also be like,
Not no more.
he's supposed to be all about me. It's supposed to be all about me. I want his time. Why he ain't get. She wants to be booed up.
Coming into my 30s,
She wants to be booed up.
I was like that, but
She
now
wants to be booed
I got
up.
so many things. I really don't. I just want you to be available for me when I need you. I don't want to be like booed up though, and that's the honest to God truth. I don't.
She got a whole contract you got to sign though.
I just, if I call you, you better be like, hello.
She got a whole contract you got to sign.
You better answer that phone. But like,
I love it.
I'm cool. I promise I am
love
cool. I'm cool. I can't give no more energy to none of that, man. None of that. I wouldn't be able to
She
do
trying to find a
this.
dude like me who just like to have fun and everything.
I wouldn't be able
but-
to do this the way I do it. I wouldn't be able to do my lives the way I do it. I wouldn't be able to
You know
do
how
my
they say they
school.
want somebody
Because
like a
I
brother?
was focused on something else. I hate when a dude is renting space in my brain. I hate that.
Yeah.
You
Rent-
know,
I like that.
hate
Rent
that.
space
you
in
need
your
somebody
brain.
that's complimentary.
Yeah.
Write a poem called Rent Space in Your Brain. That's dope. She want to do like her brother, me. Cause I'm a considerate dude. Like, I just do.
kick it.
I just, I like to have fun, and I do what I do.
So you're single?
Who, me?
Yes.
So let's talk about
anyway, the weather today.
Let's talk about the bow tie. Did you go to the whatnot and get that? Where'd you get the bow tie from?
The bow ties in my arsenal, man. I love the bow tie. You know what? Some people say, they always ask me, "Are you a Muslim? You selling bean pies?" They always say that. No, but it just makes me.
You know what I tell them?
That's like, oh, you bald headed because you wear wigs? Nah.
Oh, you bald headed because you got on the wig.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
You are bald.
Remember we had that girl on the show? She was like, "So what's your real hair look like?"
Oh,
I was like, "Bro, I got a head for the hair, for the hair."
yeah, but she just asked what your real hair look like. She ain't say that she was bald head. She just said what your real hair look like.
Women love their
I got
wigs.
edges too, boo boo.
You got edges?
Yes.
Yeah, you do got edges.
I ain't out here edges. Matter of fact, I'm going
But-
live with my real hair when I leave. So,
Okay, well, do that. But it's the end of the show. We actually went a little over because, we just talking vibe. That's how we do. But Sam, I appreciate you coming, bro.
Oh, thank you. I
You're a cool
appreciate
dude,
y'all.
man. I hope you have fun, man. We
I
just go
loved
off the
it.
cuff and do whatever
I
we want
loved
to do.
it. I loved it.
So whenever you want to go like skating or bowling, just holla
She
at
trying
me.
to get
you the homie.
Slide in my DM, just
she trying to get the digits.
Just slide in my DM, you know. Just slide on in there. I was like, when you said Steve, I was like, he not my brother.
Steve is my homie. Shout out to Steve, man.
Do you want to hit him with a
you need
goodbye
to talk
poem?
to him.
My bye poem.
A goodbye poem.
Is it the enemy or is it the inner me? Now, if you asking Sam Lone a question, it's yes and no according to me. So I started to think and wondered to myself, like, who and what was I called and created to be? I guess the answer to that question is ultimately left up to me. See, I don't know about y'all vibe on air. I can't continue to live my life like a fake wannabe because I know from the west to the east, as far as the eyes can see, I know it's a guide. I know it's a God deep inside of me, but it feels like that devil resides right behind me. And why is it that when I'm seeking and searching for my true identity, it feels like a true infinity? And just a quick side note, I hate seeing so many of my brothers drunk, pouring, and sipping on Hennessy. I'm shaking my head, it's killing me because I know he's kin to me. Now, is that the enemy or is that just the inner me? See, how long we going to continue to fall for the same old trick, slides, and deceit? We buy all this products and can't even get a valid receipt. It's like the same old song will constantly repeat. Now, is that the enemy or the enemy? See, I got a lot of questions. Did he take a hold of my hand or did I grab a hold of his hand? See, life is way too serious to be walking around without a master game plan. See, Sam Lone got big dreams and ambition. I can picture myself in South Beach with my feet in the sand, with a big mansion with a lot of space. But it saddens my soul to see so many of my brothers dumbed down, busy playing PlayStation. All the while, you got other men in the atmosphere busy building space station. Now, is that the enemy or the inner me? Don't get mad at me because I'm just keeping it real, because fact of the matter is somebody got to be designated to tell the truth, because when the rappers hit the booth, it's always bros over clothes and 10 bows. Now, is that the enemy or the inner me? Y'all ever heard him say extra, extra, read all about it? I'm like, extra, extra, read all about it? How can you when your mind is so overclouded? Fixated and fascinated with the love of the flesh, but doing what he want to do is just not best. See, I think we get the devil way too much credit. And all BS is about to stop, so you can't shine no more on my watch. I hear the sound of my clock going tick-tock, and I recognize that we ain't got that much time to be living our lives so recklessly on the rocks. See, I'm willing to travel to the unknown, asking God to take me out my comfort zone. Yes, there's an enemy, but Lord, show Sam Long a different me. I'm Sam Long. I'm king of my world. I'm master of my destiny. I'm destined for greatness, and can't nobody else show me a different destination. Follow me on Instagram, Sam Long 87, and Facebook, Sam Long.
That was perfect, because I was going to ask you to shoot out your information. He did at the end. Oh, that was dope. Y'all don't do it like that. Boom.
Right.
More fire! Sam Long in the building. And you done know.
That's awesome.
All right, man. Thank you, Sam. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
We about to close out this show, man. It was a great show. Sam Long held it down. Yeah. He was here longer than Poison Ivy. He might just get her job.
Ain't nobody get my job, but
that's Poison Ivy. Hold it down, Poison Ivy. Hold it down, baby.
She's just holding down her hair. Shoot out your info so people know how to reach you, boys.
Poison Ivy, everything. Poizon Ivy, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm activated. I'm back, y'all. Ow.
You got a Twitter now?
I've always had one. Twitter be kind of like boring me, but that's the way to the stars. So you gotta have one.
I guess.
We got to. The vibe on air, we got to tweet.
It only take me a minute. I got a Mr. D's Twitter. I've been adding Mr. D's Twitter.
I said the vibe on air.
I got like 20,000 followers on Twitter.
That's because you done bailed 20,000.
I just don't feel like making one for the vibe on air.
We got to, though. They made me do it. Oh, and my blog, WordPress, Poison Ivy. Check that out. And my other one, Wigs and Gigs.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Vibe on Air. Mr. D's Open Mic King, Poison Ivy. Make sure you follow us everywhere. Facebook, The Vibe on Air. Instagram, The Vibe on Air. Snapchat, The Vibe on Air. YouTube, The Vibe on Air. Mixler,
The Vibe on Air.
Twitter. We just said we ain't got one. I ain't made one yet. I haven't made one yet. I'm going to do it tomorrow. We'll have a Twitter next week. I think we also got a Reddit account, The Vibe on Air. I might have. I don't know. But we'll be back next week with some more Vibe on Air. Poison will be on time, hopefully.
I will. I would have been on time today, but I just trying to get
I would hate that. It's this one piece of hair right here that just keep bothering me. This gray hair look like a big piece of cotton on my face, but it's my gray hair, and I keep wanting to just straighten it. It won't straighten, so I just keep picking with it, and it's getting on my nerves. I can't. It's right there.
That's your granddaddy great.
I'm a granddaddy. But we about to be up out of here. See y'all next week, man. Tune in. Check out our past shows. Subscribe. Send me money. We get ready to put together a big showcase so artists send you music. And we might get you on this stage that we working on. It's the Vibe on Air, y'all. We out this week.